For my workshop, I'm going to be looking at the 6+1 traits of writing. The pre-training will cover the 6 traits, which are ideas, sentence fluency, organization, word choice, voice, and conventions. The workshop will actually cover presentation. My hopes for the workshop is that when participants leave, they will go back to their classroom and they will integrate technology into their writing presentations. Instead of having students always have to write out their final paper, that they will use the technology for students to create and show their final works. The program I'm going to use today is called ZooBurst. The first thing you need to do is to create your book. I'm going to call this one Class, and the book is an example. You can decide if it's public or if you have to have a password or only you are going to view it. And you can decide whether people can make comments. ZooBurst is a free program. If you want to be able to have access to creating your class so that your students can get on and you want to be able to add sound, then you need to have a membership, which is either $9.99 a month or $49.99 for the year. First thing I'm going to do is save this. And as it loads, you will see a book come up. What this program does is it makes an old-fashioned pop-up book, but it's on the computer. Over here are some of your options. You can upload a picture. We're not going to do that in this particular presentation, but if you look at the example I also posted, I used all uploaded photos in that. You can draw a new picture. This will show you all the pictures you uploaded. There is an extensive library. You can show all the pictures that you used in this book. If you press on that, they would all show up down here. We haven't used any yet. And you can use class media. You can either add information to the book or to the background. If you look currently, it is on the page. There are no animations. We are going to do kind of a Christmas theme, so I'm going to go ahead and change that to where the ground color looks more like snow. And I'm going to make the sky color just a little bit darker. If I wanted an overall narration, this is where I would place it. So let's go to our clip art, and we're going to add a tree. This is all in alphabetical order. There is no search button, so I'm going to go with T's, and then I'm going to go down through. As you can see, there is an extensive list of choices for each letter. This is, of course, just a T's. And it's a good way for students to practice alphabetical order as well. So we will go down here to tree. And we'll go back up. Okay, I'm going to click on tree. I'm going to go ahead and X out of this because it kind of hides things. I am on book, not background. So if I click on that, it is going to go into my book. Now we are still on page, but once I click on my clip art, I'm now looking at that particular piece, and everything I do will affect it. If I wanted to add text, if my tree could talk, I could go ahead and do that. You have the option of changing the size. You can rotate the tree. You can decide what angle you want it to pop up at. You can set the pop delay. You can have it take longer or shorter. And you can take how long you want it to take to pop up with this little button. I'm going to make it just a little bit bigger. And you can then move it around on the page as well. So we're going to put more towards the back. The next thing we're going to do is add an item to the background. And I'm going to go back in the clip library. This time I want to add a Santa. So I'm going to go to the S's. And again, since I clicked background, this will go into the background instead of onto the book. We'll go down through here until we get to Santa. Okay. And go ahead and move down a little bit. This goes kind of quick, so okay, we are coming up on it here. I'm going to go ahead and click on that. I'll show you, you can go down through the pages. And I'm going to go ahead and X out of my, and I'm going to put my Santa on there. I can move him around on the screen. I can adjust his size. I can adjust his rotation. And I can also adjust his blurriness. We'll try to make him a little less blurry. If you have several pictures, you can send to the back or send to the front if you have them located on top of each other. Okay, I'm going to add one more thing, but I don't want to put it in the background. I want to go back to the book. So I'm going to click on Book. And this time, I'm going to go back to my library. I want to add a train so I can show you how the sound works. So I will go back to my T's. And we'll go back down through until I get to train. I'm going to click on that, and here come my trains. I'm going to X out of my library. And since I'm back on Book, I'll add my train. And here he is. Again, I can decide how I want that to work. We'll give him a little bit more of a delay. And now, if you have the premium account and you want to add sound, you can either record your own, you can upload from an MP3 file, or you can add sound effect. You have to type in the sound that you want. Of course, I want a train. And you can try them out first. Here is a train steam whistle. Go ahead and I'm going to add that. Now, one of the features of ZooBurst, and if you look at the YouTube video that I added, is you can use your webcam and you can create a 3D image of your book, so it looks like you're holding your book. Because of time limitations, I'm not going to do that here, but if you have a chance to view the YouTube, it's a very neat feature. You can go ahead and add as many pages as you want. If you have a free membership, you can add up to 8 pages per book, but you can add up to 50 pages per book with the paid membership. I'm going to go ahead and save our book, and then we'll go ahead and view it real quick before we're done here. I'm going to go to My Books, and I'm going to go to View. You also can download the book, you can put it in a PowerPoint, you can edit it, you can build it some more. You can copy it, add to gallery, you have lots of options. So we're going to go ahead and view it. Hit play. If I hit the bubble that's above the train, I can play my sound. So that's an example of some of the things that you can do in ZooBurst.